finally hit 90 runecrafting and can craft your own soul runes, but you don't know how? Well, you're in luck. Today's video is a quick guide on how to runecraft soul runes at Arceuus. For the requirements, you need 90 runecrafting, 38 mining and crafting, not runecrafting, but crafting, and 69 agility is highly recommended just so you can get back to the deposits quicker. If you have the Kevos medium diaries completed, you do get a chance to double essence while mining, and you also get 5% more runes. And if you have the elite diaries done, you actually get 10% more runes. So that's just a nice little added bonus and a little more incentive to do your diaries as you should be doing. For your equipment, I recommend having a chisel and a pickaxe. As you can see in my inventory, here is the chisel down here. And then you can see I am also wearing my pickaxe. Now, the pickaxe you wear actually does not matter at all as far as I'm aware and as far as everything I can see. So bring whatever pickaxe you want. Don't recommend bringing a charged crystal one because I believe it still depletes some of your charges. So don't recommend that, but I am personally just using a inactive crystal pickaxe. So it acts like a dragon one, but again, pickaxe does not matter as far as I'm aware. Weight reducing clothing is recommended if you have it and do not have the runecrafting outfit. However, if you have done Guardians of the Rift, which if you're at 90 runecrafting level, you've probably done some Guardians of the Rift. And if you haven't, recommend go getting the outfit. It gives you 60% more runes when you have the full outfit, and it gives you 10% more runes per piece. So again, highly recommend doing Guardians of the Rift and grabbing the runecrafting outfit. It is 100% worth it. It just is absolutely insane. Also, highly recommended to get a Ring of Endurance with at least 500 charges. Recommend at least having 501 in there if you can snag it. And again, this is highly recommended because if you are wearing the runecrafting outfit and you are running around with your head cut off doing this method, you're going to run out of run energy regardless of whether you're level 99 or not. Personally, I'm level 96 agility and I am almost able to make it the entire way through without walking. Sometimes it's just that second or third trip that gets me, but I make it basically all the way back with 96 agility, and I'm wearing graceful gloves and the graceful cape as well to help a little bit with that now. And I'm wearing my Ring of Endurance. So just keep that in mind. If you don't have the Ring of Endurance and you're wearing the runecrafting outfit, it's going to make life a little bit more difficult. Haven't tested this method with graceful though, so you may not need it with graceful if you don't have the runecrafting outfit. But again, if you're doing this method, just go get the runecrafting outfit. It's 100% worth it, whether you're making profit or if you're an Iron Man. It's just nice to have those extra runes. 60% more runes is a stupid amount. Like, that is 60% more profit if you're doing this for money. So for those of you guys that don't know, the Soul Rune altar is in Arceuus, which is right here is where the altar is. And there's a couple different ways to get here. You can use your games necklace to Wintertodt and run south and then run east. You can also use the fairy ring CIS and then run to the east. Basically, your entire objective is to get where I'm standing right here. There's just a little pathway along the way. You can also use your memoirs to Arceuus and then run north and then east. Those are kind of the best ways to get here in my opinion. So just pick whichever one you want to use. Personally, I just use the fairy ring, but if you are using the fairy ring, don't forget your Draymond staff. So maybe if you don't have your Lumbee elites done yet, don't use the fairy ring because then you got to bank it unless you have bunch of Draymond staffs that you got board early level. So maybe just use the memoirs or the games necklace. Honestly, the games necklace to Wintertodt isn't that bad. So again, your entire objective is to get where I am standing. This is where the dense rune stones are at, where you're actually going to be mining. Once you fill an inventory up, you're going to be running to this altar right here, and then you're going to chisel your essence, and you're going to hopefully have at least 69 agility so you can use a shortcut, and then you're right here back at the mines. If not, you need to use the 52 agility shortcut, which is running a little bit around further, and if you don't have that, you got to snake all the way around. So again, if you have 69 agility, which at this point in your account you probably should if you're 90 runecrafting, because otherwise that would be terrible to train, you got a little bit of running around to do if you don't have 69 agility, so make sure you get that. The other shortcut we're going to be using is only 49 agility. I have no idea why it's only 49 with the blood runecrafting one is 73. Makes no sense to me, but you know, math is hard. It's fine. Good job, Jagex. All right, so again, here I am. There is my setup. I also do have the chisel here. Also, I do want to say, if you do forget a chisel, there is one actually on the ground over here, because I'm sure most people have forgotten a chisel once or twice and yelled at Jagex until they put one in, or they put one in. So worst comes to worst, you forget it, there is a chisel here. All you need to do is just run up and click on the dense runestones. You will be getting them regardless of the pickaxe every 9 ticks. So just keep that in mind. There's nothing you can do. You can't tick manipulate it. It just is what it is. There's also a chance to deplete the runestone based on your mining level. It's between 85 and 90% from ranges 38 mining to 99 mining. So honestly, there's not that big of a difference. Sometimes you do get unlucky and you'll just mine the runestone like once or twice, and next thing you know, oh, hey, look, it's now like this. It is depleted. When it turns this grayish color, it's depleted. You just need to run over to the other one and just start mining again. That's literally it. After like 10, 15, 20 seconds, it'll come back, but you can just stay on this runestone until this one depletes and you just run back and forth. Basically, you do that until you get an entire inventory. So I'm going to go ahead and skip to that part so I don't waste your time. Are we going to do it? Are we actually going to be able to stay on this runestone? We did it. Nice, dude. That's so clutch. All right. So once your inventory is full, like mine will be here in a second, all you need to do if you have 69 agility is run straight over here and run over to these rocks over to your north, and you'll be able to jump them, saving you a bunch of time. After this, you're going to want to go ahead and run to the west to the Stark Altar. And I do also want to call out, if you're on the Arceuus spellbook, you can actually use the home teleport every 30 minutes to get you here. So something people like to do is when they're mining their essence, and once you get to the Dark Altar, go ahead and venerate on it. It'll change your essence blocks into dark essence blocks, and then you can use your chisel on them. But back to the home teleport, if you home teleport, it'll actually save you a little bit of time if you're going from the runestones over here. So you can just use that every 30 minutes if you're on that spellbook. And you can get that spellbook if you don't have a altar in your house just by talking to Tice right here. So you can just right click and spellbook. So back to the dark essence blocks, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to run back to the east, and you're going to want to spam click your chisel on the dark essence. So just keep spamming away and you'll be good to go. All right, you can also just click it once and your character will stop running and they will chisel away, but it's just recommended just to spam click. And that is why I have my chisel in the position I have it. Otherwise, if you have it down here, for example, and you go back and forth, you're not going to be able to get these next 3 spots. So if you have it here, you're able to just do it the whole time. So while you're running east and chiseling, you'll want to click on the rock so then you can go over it and then back to the runestones. You need to do the runestone mining 2 times. And then after that, you're going to be able to actually run to the altar and you're going to actually be able to turn them into soul runes. So we are back here. We are just going to go ahead and mine this out again. And I do also want to call out, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below, and I will see you when my inventory is full. All right, and we have mined all of our essence at the runestone. So again, just go back and retrace the steps that you just did. Run to the north and jump over the rocks. And once you jump over the rocks, again, just go ahead and run to the west. And of course, I get a frog event. I feel like almost every time I do a guide, I just get events and it makes no sense, but it's fine. We're gonna leave them and click on the Dark Altar again. Now, this is where things change up a little bit. You're going to want to go to the north path here instead of going to the more southern path. And then just follow this north path and you will run all the way to the soul altar. The other thing I did want to call out is if you did notice that the dark altar does actually take prayer points away. That said, you don't need prayer points in order to do this method. So even if you start with 0 and it doesn't have any prayer points to take away, you're still totally fine. You can still do this method. It's fine. So just don't waste your time using prayer potions in order to get your prayer up, thinking that you need to get your prayer up to have prayer points in order to do this, because you don't need to. So just keep that in mind as well. So as you are running around this long circle, you will see that this is the soul altar. All you got to do is bind it like normal, and you will get your giant drop for runecrafting. And then after that, you're going to want to go ahead and spam your dark essence again until they're all gone. And once they are all gone, you again can go ahead and click on your soul altar, and there you go, 338 soul runes, which is worth a total of right now 65k almost. So not too shabby for a semi-AFK way to train runecrafting. And I'm also going to take a look at the XP here, which I will be doing an actual XP rates video for this here in the next coming days. So subscribe to that if you're interested. But as you can see, we got 824 crafting XP, 600 mining XP, and 6,429 runecrafting XP. Again, these aren't complete numbers because this doesn't take into account all the time for at least rune crafting that we had to do the mining and crafting section. So this isn't going to be the actual XP, but again, I'll be testing that in a later video. The other thing I did want to say is the reason why you didn't actually use the chisel on the dark essence on your way up here is because you can only have so many chipped dark essence shards in your inventory at a time. So it will just give you an error after one of those saying, hey, you can't do that. You need to use your shards before you're able to do this again. So that's why we didn't do it. And we had to turn our essence shards into soul runes first before we did the second batch. So after you're done with this, all you need to do is just run all the way north again and follow this path. Now this is where your agility level comes into play, because as you're running, there is going to be the agility shortcut here on the left hand side, aka the south side, where you can just run up and jump over and get back to the rune stones quickly. You'll see it's right here at the top, and you're just going to go ahead and click on it and you will go hop over, and then you'll just go ahead and click again. If you have a high enough agility level here, you're just going to go over here, which I believe is 69 agility, and jump over it, and boom, you are back at the rune stones. And all you're going to do is just repeat that entire process. You're going to mine your rune stones, go to the dark altar, come back here, mine more rune stones. After you have chiseled all of your essence blocks into dark essence shards, go back here, mine more essence, go back to the dark altar, back to the soul altar, and then back here. That is basically your gameplay loop. Again, I will be doing an actual XP rates video on this to test the XP rates, as well as show you guys how much GP that you can actually make. Supposedly we're able to make 8 trips. Not 100% sure if that's true or not, but we will test that. Again, I have the Ring of Endurance, so I shouldn't be running out of a lot of run energy, so it'll be really interesting to see how that plays out. But again, that video will be out on the channel here in the next few days. If you guys are interested, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Leave a like for the algorithm. If you guys have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section down below and I will get to them. Also, channel memberships are now live. You will get early access to every single video that I post. I am actually 4 weeks ahead of videos as of now that are scheduled and posted, but that said, that is at the time of recording this and I am so far ahead for reasons. But anytime that I am posting to YouTube, I schedule all of my content in advance, so as soon as I schedule and upload things, you will be able to get them. So if you're interested in that, make sure you click on the join button down below the video player and become a member today. Again, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.